Hi there, welcome to the channel. Let me ask you a real question. Have you ever had this strange feeling your brain understands English, but your mouth stays silent? You know the words. You've read the books, the articles, the messages. You enjoy English movies and shows. Sometimes your thoughts even come in English. But when it's time to speak, your mouth doesn't cooperate. It's like something blocks you. It just won't move the way you want. You try to speak, you open your mouth to say something, but nothing happens. No words, no sound, just silence. Or maybe a word comes out, but it feels slow, awkward, and unsure. Your voice shakes, your confidence fades. You start to feel nervous. You feel small, maybe even embarrassed, and then you stop trying. You tell yourself, tomorrow I'll try again. But tomorrow comes, and it feels exactly the same. If this is happening to you, I want you to know you're not alone. There are many learners like you who understand English perfectly, who listen well, but still struggle to speak fluently. Not because they're bad at English, not because they're lazy or slow, but because their mouth isn't ready yet. Yes, their mouth. See, your mouth needs training. It's a muscle, just like your arms or legs. If you never move it, it becomes stiff. If you don't use it often, it reacts slowly and loses strength. Most people only study English with their eyes and ears. They read, they listen, but they forget to train the mouth. And without practice, it stays quiet. That's why I made this video. I'm going to show you how to wake up your mouth. Even if you feel shy, even if you feel scared or stuck, we're going to break through that wall. We won't wait for the perfect time. We won't wait to know more grammar. Because the truth is, you already know enough. You can start speaking now with what you already have. No classroom needed. No teacher required. Just you, your voice, and the courage to begin. This video is packed with simple steps you can use right away. Step by step, your voice will start to change. Not just in your head, but in your habits, in your rhythm, in your sound. So don't click away. Don't give up now, because this might be the video that finally gets your mouth moving in English. Chapter 1. Why your mouth doesn't speak. You've been learning English for a long time. You know hundreds of words, maybe more. You can read short texts. You understand slow conversations. You watch videos in English. You listen to your favorite English songs. Sometimes you even think in English. It feels like your brain gets it. But when it's your turn to speak, your mouth doesn't move. You want to talk, but nothing happens. You feel stuck or slow. The word is in your head. You've heard it before. But when you try to say it, it feels heavy, strange, or hard to pronounce. You end up saying nothing. And after that, you feel disappointed. You tell yourself, I understand English, but I still can't speak it. This is a very common feeling. Many learners go through the same thing. They believe they need more grammar lessons, or more vocabulary, or more videos. But the real reason is not grammar. And it's not about how many words you know. It's about your mouth. Your mouth has not been trained to speak. Your brain understands the language, but your mouth has been silent for too long. And when silence becomes a habit, it gets harder to break. Most learners think learning English is mental. They focus on reading, listening, and writing. That's useful, yes. But there's one part they forget: speaking. Speaking is different. It's not about thinking, it's about doing. It's about using your voice. Saying the words out loud, not just in your head. Just like your brain needs memory for grammar, your mouth needs memory for sound. We call this mouth memory. It's when your mouth remembers how to talk, just like your hands remember how to tie shoes. Your mouth can remember how to speak, but it only remembers what it does, not what it reads, not what it hears. Imagine reading a book about swimming. Can you swim just by reading? Or watching someone play guitar online? Does that make you a musician? No. You have to move. You must do it again and again. Speaking English is just like that. Your mouth is part of your body. You must stretch it, use it, practice it daily, not just once in a while. But in most classrooms, students stay quiet. They read, they listen, they write, but don't talk. And the mouth slowly forgets how to move. It freezes like a door that's never opened. There's another big problem too. Fear. Fear of making mistakes. Fear of sounding wrong. Fear of others laughing or judging. So what happens? You wait. You tell yourself, I'll speak when I'm ready. But that ready moment never comes. Because confidence doesn't come first. Confidence is the result of speaking. It doesn't grow unless you practice. Confidence is like a wall. You build it one brick at a time. Each time you speak, that's one brick. Even your mistakes are part of that wall. So don't fear mistakes. They are how you grow strong. Now listen closely. This may be the most important thing I say. You don't speak English because your mouth hasn't practiced speaking. That's it. That's the real reason. Not your grammar, not your intelligence. It's just about movement and habit. Imagine you stop walking for 1 year. No steps, just sitting. What happens to your legs? They grow weak. They forget how to move. They shake when you try to stand. Not because they're broken, but because they weren't used. It's the same with your mouth. If you don't speak English, your mouth forgets how. But here's the good news. You can change that. Just like your legs can walk again, your mouth can learn to speak again. So what should you do? Start small. Start now. Don't say I can't speak. Say I'm training my mouth to speak. Don't wait for perfect grammar or a bigger vocabulary. Use what you already know. Even 5 simple words. Say them out loud. Repeat them every day. Talk to yourself. Talk to your mirror. Talk to your pet if you have one. It doesn't matter who hears you. What matters is that your mouth moves, that your silence breaks, that your voice wakes up, that you feel something start to shift. In the next chapters, I'll guide you step by step. You'll learn simple ways to train your mouth. You'll hear stories from students like you who felt afraid but learned to speak with power. But for now, just remember this. You're not broken. You're not bad at English. You're simply quiet. And that is something we can change together starting now. So now you understand the real reason your mouth stays quiet. It's not because you're lazy, not because you're bad at English. It's just a lack of training. And now that's about to change. In the next chapter, I'll show you exactly how to fix this. Step by step. With no stress, no pressure, just progress. So don't leave now. The best part is coming. Let's move forward and unlock your English voice together. Chapter 2. Your mouth is a muscle build. It like one. Here's a simple truth that changes everything. Your mouth is a muscle. Yes, just like your arms or legs. And what happens if you stop using a muscle? It becomes weak. It slows down. It gets tired fast, even when doing something small. That's exactly what happens when you don't speak English often. Your brain may know the words. You may understand English easily when listening, but your mouth isn't used to speaking those words. It forgets how English feels. It forgets the beat, the sound, the shape of words. That's why your voice feels blocked or clumsy. Not because you don't know English, but because your mouth hasn't been trained. Yes, trained like exercise. You don't need to be a genius. You don't need perfect grammar or fancy words. You just need one thing, a mouth that moves with English every day. That's the real key to speaking well. Not reading books, not memorizing rules, but doing out loud. Think about how a baby learns to talk. They don't study grammar charts or vocabulary lists. They speak every day. They repeat simple words, mama no mine more, again and again with feeling. Their mouth starts to remember the sounds. The muscles shape the words automatically, and slowly those small sounds grow into full sentences. Not because the baby is brilliant, but because they practiced. You need to do the same thing. Start like a beginner. Don't chase big words right now. Begin with short, clear, easy sentences. Say them many times. Repeat until your mouth stops thinking and starts remembering. Let's try this. Say the word hello 50 times, out loud. Yes, 50. You might laugh, you might feel silly, but do it. Each time your lips, your tongue, your breath, they're learning. You're not just speaking a word, you're building a new habit. Let's train more. Take a short sentence like, how are you? Now say it in 10 different ways. Ready? Let's go. How are you normal? How are you with a big smile? How are you like you're surprised? How are you like you're sleepy? How are you like you're speaking to a child? How are you friendly and warm? How are you really fast? How are you very slow? How are you a little angry? How are you with a soft whisper? Did you try it? If yes, your training has already begun. This is not about grammar. It's not about long words. It's about moving your mouth again and again, because movement builds memory. Just like your legs remember how to ride a bike, your mouth can remember how to say a sentence forever. Try this next. Say, I'm fine, thank you, 20 times, but change your voice each time. Stand up, walk around, smile, whisper, touch your nose. Make it weird, make it fun. This is how you turn a sentence into a reflex. You're not just learning, you're becoming. Now imagine this. You say hello 50 times every day for 30 days. By day 31, you won't have to think. It'll come out naturally, like breathing. Then you add the next sentence, then another. And soon your mouth will be stronger, faster, braver. You won't freeze anymore. You'll speak without waiting, without fear. Let's do a quick challenge. Pick 3 easy sentences, Example, my name is Sarah. I like coffee. It's a beautiful day. Say each one 30 times a day for 1 week. No writing, no thinking, just speak. If you do this, something powerful happens. Your mouth starts working on its own. You sound smoother. You feel more confident. Not because you learned something new, but because you trained what you already had. This is the real secret. This is your aha moment. Saying one easy sentence 100 times is more useful than reading 10 new ones you'll never say. Repeating hello with full energy can shift your brain, your mouth, and your voice. That's when you stop being a learner and become a speaker. So don't worry if it feels funny. Funny is good. Funny means you're growing. Each time you repeat, your mouth gets stronger. Each word becomes smoother. Every sentence is like a push-up, but for your voice. Always remember, your brain might understand English, but your mouth must speak it. And speaking takes practice out loud every day. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to practice even when you're alone, and how talking to yourself can become your best English teacher. But for now, try this with me. Say out loud, I can train my mouth. Again, louder, I can train my mouth. Perfect. You've already started. Chapter 3. Speak even when you're alone. Let me share a secret. It may sound strange at first, but it's one of the strongest ways to train your English. Here it is. You don't need another person to practice speaking. You can do it completely by yourself. No teacher, no partner, no one. Just you and your voice. And it actually works. Many learners believe they must wait for a conversation. They say I'll speak when someone speaks to me. But what if no one ever does? What if you're always waiting? Then you stay silent and nothing changes. But there's another way. You can begin speaking right now. And the first person you talk to is yourself. Yes, you. This is something successful language learners quietly do, even if they don't always talk about it. Have you ever seen kids playing alone? They talk to their toys, their pillows, the air. They make sounds, repeat words, and create their own world. They say things like, I'm a dragon, or let's fly. They are using their voice constantly. That's why kids pick up languages fast. They're not afraid to talk, even if no one listens. They speak without fear. They speak without waiting. You can do the same. Let me show you how. Start with something simple. Mirror speaking. Go stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and begin talking. Say something easy like, "Good morning. I feel good today. I have a class later. Then I'll drink tea." Anything is okay. Just say it out loud. Speak slowly. Speak clearly. Watch your mouth move. Smile at yourself. Make it feel natural. This is your English time. No pressure. No audience. Just you and your voice. The mirror becomes your safe space, and your voice becomes your practice tool. Then take it further. Talk to the objects around you. Yes, really. Point to your phone and say, "This is my phone. I use it to call my family." Point to your chair. "This is my chair. I sit here every day." Point to your shoes. "These are my shoes. I wear them when I go out." You're not just naming things. You're training your mouth to move in English. Every item becomes your speaking partner, and every sentence builds your fluency. Want to make it even stronger? Pretend to be a teacher. Stand up and say, "Today I'll teach about breakfast." Then speak like you're teaching a class. "I eat eggs. I drink tea. Sometimes I eat toast. Toast is warm bread. It tastes good." Be serious. Be silly. It doesn't matter. Just speak. Because even when no one is there, shasan, your voice is learning and your confidence is growing. Let me tell you a true story. I had a student named Amina. She was always quiet. She never spoke in class. But one day she began speaking English so well. We were shocked. I asked her, "What changed?" She said, "I started talking to myself." Each morning she described her day out loud. "I wake up. I stand up. I brush my teeth. I make coffee. I get dressed." Every action became a chance to speak, and slowly her fluency grew. She didn't need extra books. She didn't need a native speaker. She just needed her voice. That was her breakthrough. And you can have yours too. Start today. Talk about your daily life. Say what you're doing as you do it. "I'm sitting on my bed. I'm watching a video. I'm learning English." These are simple words, but they build real fluency. This isn't a grammar test. This is living with English. It's how you bring the language into your world. Make it part of your day. Talk for 5 minutes in the morning. Talk for 5 minutes at night. In the morning, describe your plans. At night, describe what happened. "I had lunch. I read a book. I watched a show." It becomes your daily routine, your private English class. No cost, no fear, no limits. And if you want even more results, record your voice. Use your phone. Speak, then listen. Don't judge, just notice. You'll hear your mistakes and your progress. You'll hear how your voice gets stronger and clearer. You don't need perfect grammar to speak alone. You don't need a partner to start training. You don't even need a classroom. All you need is your voice and the courage to use it. In the next chapter, we'll go even deeper. We'll explore a method called shadowing. It helps your mouth copy real native speakers. But before we go, remember this. You don't need permission to speak. You don't need the perfect moment. You can talk anytime, anywhere, even if it's just to yourself. Because the first person who needs to hear your voice is you. Chapter 4, Shadowing. Copy and force your mouth. Now that your mouth is slowly waking up after talking alone and speaking to objects, it's time to level up your practice. And to do that, we'll use a powerful method. This method is used by serious language learners. It's simple, but the results are strong. It works fast. It works deeply. Even if you feel nervous or slow, this method pushes through the fear. It's called shadowing. So what is shadowing? It's the act of copying someone as they speak in real time. Not later, not after thinking. You copy them instantly, like a shadow that moves when they move. The speaker talks and you talk too. They speak, you echo right away. Your mouth copies their mouth. Your voice follows their voice. No pausing, no writing, just pure live speaking. And this is why it works. Because it moves your mouth faster than your fear can stop you. Most learners listen first, then write or think. But their mouth stays silent. Their voice waits too long. Shadowing breaks that habit. It wakes your lips, your tongue, your breath. It tells your mouth, move now, not later. And your mouth starts to listen. Let's go step by step. How do you shadow properly? First, find a short English audio or video. It should be clear, simple, and not too fast. Pick beginner podcasts. easy YouTube clips, or short dialogues. Don't test your brain. Train your mouth. Now play the audio. As soon as the speaker talks, you talk. Don't wait. Start right away. Try to speak at the same time, same speed, same energy. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to catch every word. Miss one, keep going. Forget one, keep going. Perfection is not the goal. Movement is. Keep your mouth moving. Keep your voice flowing. Let's try an example. Imagine this sentence. Today is a good day. You hear it and you speak it right away. Speaker, today is a good day. You, today is a good day. At the same time. No pause. Speaker, I want to go outside. You, I want to go outside. Speaker, the sun is shining. You, the sun is shining. It may feel hard at first. Your mouth might get confused. Your brain may slow down, but that's okay. That means it's working. This is how real training feels. You are not only listening, you are activating your speaking muscles. Shadowing helps your mouth learn the rhythm of English. It trains your voice to copy the music, the stress, the sounds. And the best part, you don't need hours. Just 5 minutes a day is enough. Yes, only 5. But do it every day. Make it part of your daily routine. After breakfast, before bed, while walking or cleaning. Put in your headphones, press play, and speak with the audio. Don't just listen, join in. 5 minutes of shadowing is more powerful than 1 hour of silence. Let me share a quick story, a breakthrough moment. I had a student named Omar. He was quiet, always shy. He said, I understand English, but I can't speak fast. I told him, try shadowing. 5 minutes a day. Just voice. No writing, no grammar. Just speak with the podcast. Copy the speaker. He started. At first, it was hard. He laughed at his mistakes. He said, this feels silly. But he didn't stop. Day 2, a little better. Day 4, faster. Day 7, boom. His voice moved before his fear. He stopped thinking, just speaking. He messaged me. Teacher, my mouth is different now. That's the power of shadowing. It gives your mouth new life. It builds speed, confidence, rhythm. It changes habits. You stop waiting. You start talking. So today I want you to try it. Find a short clip, shadow with it, copy it. Become its echo. Even if it's messy, even if you make mistakes, just keep going. Do it even when you feel tired, even when you feel shy. Make it your English workout. 5 minutes a day. In the next chapter, we'll talk about using your own words, how to speak about your life, your stories, your emotions. But for now, remember this. Shadowing is not just practice, it's performance. And every performance builds fluency. So press play and speak now. Chapter 5. Use words you love, not words from a list. Here's something strange about learning English. Most people start by memorizing serious words from school books. They learn terms like industry economics or globalization. These are big words, but they feel cold and heavy. Sure, they might help you pass a test or write an essay, but they do nothing to help your mouth speak. Why? Because they don't live in your heart. They're not part of your daily life or emotions. And when a word has no meaning for you, your mouth has no reason to say it. It feels distant, boring, and awkward. Your brain knows it, but your lips stay still. So in this chapter, let's change your approach. Let's stop learning words you should know and start using the words you love instead. Yes, the words that feel close, real, and fun. Words that describe your family, your pets, your food, your dreams. Because when a word matters to you, your voice wants to say it. And when your voice wants to say it, speaking becomes easier. Not just easy, it becomes joyful, like sharing a part of yourself. Let me give you a story. There was a student named Sarah. She studied English for years, but still couldn't speak. She memorized vocabulary. She watched grammar videos. But when someone asked, "What did you do today?" she froze. Her mind went blank. So one day I told her, forget the rules. Talk about your dog. And suddenly, her eyes lit up. She smiled and said, My dog is small. He's brown. He loves to jump. Then she added, He sleeps on my bed. He licks my feet. I love him so much. And just like that, her English started to flow. Why? Because those words came from her world, her heart. They weren't from a lesson. They were from her life. And that made all the difference. Here's the real secret. Your brain learns better when your emotions are involved. When the topic makes you smile or remember something, your brain lights up. Your mouth wants to move. So how can you practice this? It's easier than you think. Every day, write 3 simple sentences about something you care about. Pick a topic that matters to you. No rules, just feeling. Then say those sentences out loud 5 times. Speak clearly. Speak slowly. Smile as you talk. Let me show you some examples. Here's a student writing about her cat. I love my cat. She is soft. She sleeps on my head. Now she reads it 5 times. And she smiles. Another student says, I like mangoes. They are sweet. I eat them every summer. Another says, my brother is funny. He makes me laugh. We watch cartoons together. These sentences are not from a textbook. They are real, personal, full of emotion. That's why the words come out more naturally. No thinking, no fear, just speaking. I once had a student named Bilal. He said, I'm not good at English. I asked him, what do you love? He said, football. I told him, forget grammar. Just talk about that. And suddenly he said, Messi is the best. I play football every evening. I want to watch the World Cup. And the words just kept coming. They weren't perfect, but they were alive. He felt excited. He felt free. And that's the key. When you love the words, your mouth opens naturally. So here's your small challenge. Start a new daily habit. Every day, write 3 short sentences about something you love. Don't worry about spelling or grammar. Then say them out loud 5 times. With energy, with emotion, with a smile. If you feel brave, record your voice. Then listen, repeat, and feel the change. Not sure what to write about? Here are some ideas. My favorite food, a happy memory, a place I want to visit, a TV show I enjoy, a funny story, my best friend, a dream I have. All of these can become simple sentences. And simple sentences lead to confident speaking. This is how you turn English into a habit. Not something hard, something you enjoy. Not something you memorize, something you feel. And when you speak what you feel, your words become powerful. So remember, this English is not just a subject. It's a part of you. And your words should come from your life, not from a list. Speak about what you love, and your mouth will never stay silent again. Chapter 6. Build the 1-minute speaking habit. Now we've arrived at the most powerful part of your journey. This is not just another tip. This is the final piece that connects everything you've learned. It brings your effort, your practice, and your courage together. So far, you've understood that your mouth is a muscle. You've learned how to speak out loud even when you're alone. You've practiced shadowing, and you've tried using words that truly come from your heart. But now it's time to go one step further. It's time to build a real habit. A habit so small, yet so powerful, it could transform your English forever. I call it the 1-minute talk. Yes, just 1 minute a day. That's it. No pressure, no perfection, no need to impress anyone. All you do is open your phone, press the record button, and start talking in English. 1 minute. One voice, one simple message. You don't need to talk for 10 minutes. You don't need to prepare a speech. And you don't need to sound like a native speaker. That's not the goal. The goal is to move your mouth, to break the silence, to build confidence little by little. And why does 1 minute work? Because small steps done daily can lead to massive change. Even if you feel nervous, even if your words are slow, even if your grammar isn't perfect, it doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. What matters is showing up every single day. Let me show you how it works. Each day, choose one simple topic. It could be, what did I eat today? What's my favorite shirt? What do I want to do tomorrow? Pick something real, something easy, something from your life. Then speak. No pausing, no editing, no fear. For example, today I had rice and fish. I drank tea. It was warm and sweet. I like drinking tea in the afternoon. It helps me relax. That's enough. That's powerful because it's yours, your words, your thoughts, your story. And here's the magic. When you do this every day, your brain adapts. Your mouth gets stronger. Your hesitation gets smaller. Your confidence begins to grow like a small plant getting sunlight every day. And one day, you'll notice something beautiful. You speak with less effort. You don't freeze. You don't overthink. You just talk. And your voice feels free. Let me tell you a quick story. One of my students, Fizel, struggled with this for years. He could understand English perfectly, but his mouth would not speak. I gave him one rule: talk for 1 minute a day. He didn't need a teacher. He didn't need perfect grammar. He only needed his voice, a topic, and 1 minute. At first, he felt awkward. He didn't like hearing his own voice, but he kept going, day after day. By the end of the first week, he was speaking more clearly. By the second week, he wasn't stopping to think so much. By the third week, his sentences flowed like water. And after 30 days, he told me something powerful. I no longer feel afraid. I feel like I can really speak. Not because he learned 100 new words, not because he studied 8 hours a day, but because he made a promise to speak for 1 minute every single day. And now it's your turn. Choose one small topic. Record yourself talking for 1 minute. Don't judge. Don't fix. Just speak. And do it again tomorrow and the next day. If you like, you can even keep a little speaking log. Write down what you talked about each day. Day 1, my shoes. Day 2, my dinner. Day 3, my favorite music. After 1 week, you'll be surprised how many things you can talk about. And after 1 month, you'll feel like a completely different person. Someone who speaks, not just someone who learns. So let's make it official. Right now, choose your first topic. Pick something small: your bed, your lunch, your phone. Then speak. 1 minute, out loud. Tomorrow, pick a new topic. Keep going. This one simple habit might be the key that unlocks your voice. It might be the tool that finally breaks your silence. And it might be the reason you fall in love with English again. Not as a subject, but as a part of your daily life. So here's your challenge. One voice. One topic, 1 minute, every day. Don't wait. Don't plan too much. Just begin. Because this small promise done daily can create the biggest change of all. If you followed this far, you've already proven you're serious. You're not just watching. You're growing. Your voice matters, and your story is waiting to be told. So now go tell it, 1 minute at a time. And before we finish, I want to say one last thing. If you made it to the end of this video, you've already done something powerful. You didn't just learn new tips. You made a real decision to change. That says a lot about you. You're not someone who just watches English. You're someone who's ready to live it, speak it, and grow with it. Now, if this video helped you in any way, even just a little, please take a second to click the like button. It really helps more people like you find this content. And if you want more simple, clear, and honest lessons like this one, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We're building a small but strong community here, step by step, voice by voice. And if you know someone who feels stuck, afraid, or silent in English, please share this video with them. Sometimes one video can make a huge difference. And finally, if you're truly ready to speak, without fear, type in the comments, "I will speak." It's more than just a sentence. It's a promise to yourself. And I'll be here reading every comment, cheering you on, walking with you on this journey. You're not alone. You're not stuck. Your voice is ready. Let's speak together. See you in the next video.